Hey everyone, me Sean666 here, back with more Saints Row 4. In the last part, we got our superpowers. In between parts, I went and collected roughly 50, 55, maybe 60 clusters, and upgraded as much as I could, increased speed, reduced damage, as well as having air dash, glide, and a bit more height in our jumps. So now we can glide. As long as we've got stamina, as you can see in the lower right, we lose stamina by gliding. In this part, we will be doing some of these side quests, starting with customization, so we can get out of these god-awful 50s clothes.
With Zinyak turning Planet Saints into Planet Zin, I want to make sure he didn't booby trap any of the clothes there with infectious code. Go buy something. If nothing bad happens,
There we go.
probably safe.
So we done up at Planet Zin. Let's go buy ourselves some clothing. Head eyewear. Nope. Right, there we go. Upper body. I just need to find it. Customization, something that was very well done in Saints Row 1 and 2. In Saints Row 3 and 4 it was done in a reduced capacity, but can still very easily be sorted. There we go. Sorted like that. We purchase them. We go to the lower body. They're good. Is there any better things we can throw on? The solid answer to that does not look like we can. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh, this works. Shoes. Just gonna buy some. Oh, we can throw some high heels on. Yeah, this game really doesn't care if what you wear, really. Like, as long as you're wearing some clothes, it's fine. So it really doesn't matter what you dress yourself as. It only has an effect in cutscenes and stuff. And you see, we've got the 50s outfit, standard, standard presidential default suit, nice purple, plus the jacket I've just bought. Same for the lower body, it gives you snazzy pants I've just bought, the presidential slacks, as well as the vintage slacks. We own a lot of slacks. But I will be throwing these shoes on because they're nice and purple. We will be wearing them. That is generally the outfit I'll be going with for. Apologies for that. It would appear the stream cut out a bit there. Oops. We'll throw this ring on. Why the fuck not? There we go. Sorted. Nice basic outfit to sort out the character for the rest of the game. Now the next part of it is to get a vehicle and take it to a rim job. So that is not what I wanted. I wanted that. There we go. Let's call it the Phoenix. To rim jobs.
I'm pretty sure having rim jobs work on a car will save the vehicle data for you to load later. Why don't you take a car there and customize it or something?
So yes, Kinsey says we're just going to take this car and basically throw it into a rim jobs and see what happens. I'll tell you what will happen. I'm going to spend a lot of money customizing a car that I've got no use for. This is pretty much the only mission in the game where I'll be driving. There are several where you are forced to drive because like they'll disable your superpowers or whatever. But for the most part, driving isn't all that useful because you can run faster than most cars. I won't be upgrading it. Yes, we'll take that. Grills. I like that one. Hoods. That one works. Mirrors. Yep. Side skirt. Yep. Trims. Like that. Roofs. They're a nice that roof on. Spoilers. That's a good spoiler. Rear bumpers. Yep. Exhaust tips. Are there any cool ones? Yep, there were. We will use those ones. Right, now we get the decal, which are just really over the top. Put them on. There we go. Colours. Just want it all nice. Deep purple. Ooh, I like this fresh plum purple. We'll make it glossy. Trim, it will be gold. Same with the rims. Window tint, doesn't fucking matter. Interior colour. Interior 2 is going to be double yellow. There we go. Interior can stay there. Underglow. Again, doesn't matter. We'll throw that one on. No, we won't. Spend more money and we'll throw Violet 6 in. Right, wheels. High profile, normal profile even. Rim style, I don't mind. Tyre tread. That one will do. Headed $500. And there's a customized car.
Got that sorted now.
And that is the customization side quest complete. We now have a weapon. If we look in combat, we have now unlocked the Violator. It is a giant tentacle bat. And yes, that is exactly a reference to what you think it is when it says it's big in Japan. So next quest, since that was barely fucking 10 minutes, is we'll be doing this side quest. This part will be entirely side quests, no story progression, so if you want to skip this episode, you can for the most part. Nothing story related gonna happen. So first we're gonna explore a tower. We'll drive there because I'm in the car still. Because why not? Might as well get some use out of this car. As Kinsey says there, we're just going to climb a tower for shits and giggles. However, towers are very good for getting clusters. So we just hop up here. So towers tend to have a lot of clusters around them. So if you're ever running short on clusters and want to do some upgrades, doing a tower tends to be a good way to earn a lot of clusters plus some cash and experience because, hey, you're doing a side activity, technically. See here, you've got the clusters tell you the path that you're supposed to follow, the easiest path, although you don't have to necessarily if you just want to do the tower. Although it's recommended because, as I say, you can get a lot of clusters this way. So towers are just really fucking tall towers, funnily enough. Yeah. So at each interval, you'll get one of those there. They're checkpoints. So if, for example, oh no, I've accidentally fallen all the way to the bottom of the tower. Oh no. No. We're now off the tower. I can use this point here and skip to the last milestone, which was up here. You can see, this is where I fell off in quotation marks. So we can jump up here, but they're only at those yellow things, and you've got to activate them. Otherwise, you go to the bottom or nearabouts. Once you get to the top of the tower and activate it there, you can use those and just skip to the top of the tower. Very useful things to have if you need to gain height quickly and then just glide somewhere. Like at this warp point. And we'll jump over here. Hop. There we go. We'll just pop over here. There we go. Using some air dashes. We'll jump up here. Here it's running. We'll ignore that. Those things that pop up on the side are challenges. I will go over challenges really quickly once we reach the top of the tower. But challenges are just that. They're little things you've got to do an achievement for doing all of them. There are challenges within the game for doing a certain number of challenges, so one of them will say complete 6 other challenges, and then that thus gives you a second. Those clusters there, the really big ones that look like 3, you get 3 in 1. So now we have 30 clusters, sorry, I don't know what I was talking about, which you can tell in the middle section just above powers, which tells you what level we are, 3, 30 clusters, 9,800 cash. Now, challenges can be found in the quest folder, which I can't look at now. I forgot I've got to actually got to do this. So we access the tower, punch it. The tower is now blue, because clearly blue, because blue is good colour, red means evil, as always. I don't know. Yep, right, so challenges. So here you've got complete one of the challenge, you earn a weapon. Sweet. Basically, once you earn a challenge, you'll get that challenge, which then means you've got 2 challenges. That will complete constantly. Until, because then you get like complete 6 of the challenges, complete 12 of the challenges, complete 30 of the challenges, complete 50 of the challenges, complete all 65 other challenges other than that one, and then, pardon me, you'll get that challenge plus an achievement for completing all the challenges. It's really annoying because you've got to get gold medals on everything. You can see there if you get silver on there, you get some unlocks, gold as well. There's not challenges for doing bronze because bronze is just pass. So pass all the activities, sweet, you've passed all the activities. Gold and silver them, you'll get challenges. You can see there some of the abilities like water running and haste for sprint you'll get from beating challenges. Some challenges don't give you rewards, it's just basically, hey, do this challenge for shits and giggles. And some of them are very easy. Run 25 miles. You'll run that much in the game. Same with doing that. Completed quests, you can see all the ones we've done. So there's the prologue missions plus customization. Very simple, basic stuff. So, as I was saying, towers are very useful for if you want to jump and glide a long distance, because you can jump up and glide, and you're really high up. Slight problem, as you can see, we don't have much stamina, which means as soon as that runs out, we're going to drop like a stone. But this basically lets you get a decent distance before your stamina runs out and you drop to the ground like a stone. You see we were 2,000 meters away. We are now 1,500 plus. Once we're ground level, we'll be significantly closer. There we go. We are really close. Starting using your eye bash or using like an ability like air dash or starting to sprint will use up a large amount of your stamina. There are several upgrades that make it so that, like there's the upgrade that we saw last part, which lets you see, which decreases glide, how much glide uses, which means you can glide for significantly longer. You can get an upgrade that makes you glide like you're pretty much flying. You see we're dropping very significantly. You can get an ability that basically halves that minimum. I'm fairly certain it does a bit more than that. Plus you get an ability that makes it so your sprint doesn't actually use stamina, plus an buyable ability where you've got infinite stamina. Once you've got infinite stamina, in general, you can run and glide indefinitely until you stop. See, we can just pick up a bit of clusters because they're useful for upgrading your stuff, for upgrading your abilities later on. Because if you don't, you're gonna have a harder time with the game. Still easy, but it's useful to have all the superpowers. Now, since we're playing re-elected, once we get certain superpowers, we will have a significantly different version of them. But here we are at Insurance Fraud. Insurance Fraud, just like the standard main series games, you run into traffic, press the triggers, ragdoll, and there you go. Now, with superpowers, this becomes very easy because you can jump. When you're in these red circles, you'll get double adrenaline. Adrenaline basically means you will fall significantly slower and will have greater control over your movement in the air. As you can see there, I was bouncing quite a bit. With air dash, this becomes easy because you can do that and give yourself a nice boost into a car and then get caught. So adrenaline mode. As I said, you fall significantly slower and have so much control, to the point where you can just bounce off cars indefinitely. It is not hard to gold this. You can see the 300 at the top there. If we get that, we get bronze. It will then increase once we get bronze to show how much we need to get silver, and then once we get silver, how much to get gold. Once you've got gold, you get... Once you've got gold, the game just will stop you. Because it's like, you've got gold, there's no point letting you continue. So you can see here, we're just going to bounce around. This isn't the quickest of activities to do because you've got it relies heavily on getting hit and flying around and getting enough damage and stuff like that built up. Although once you get a good streak going, you're pretty much sorted. Yeah, we're gonna die for this taxi. And there we go. So you can see now we've racked up a total self-damage of 300,000. That is enough for bronze by itself. So you can see how large you can get your combos just from, bouncing around. You can see there we needed 600,000 to get silver. We earned 600,000. So now we need 1 million to get gold. As I said, not much of a challenge. Because once you've got your adrenaline active, you can just bounce. He says when he gets that total of 28,000. But still, it's very simple premise, simple gimmick, very fun. As in Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4's activities give you experience or respect for leveling up, unlike in Saints Row 1 and 2 where you needed to do activities to fucking actually play missions. Which was not my favourite thing about those games, let me tell you. Can you tell I ran out of things to talk about yet? Because we have. But yeah. So insurance fraud, very simple. It hasn't changed much from the other 3 games where it's in, and it appears in Get Out of Hell as well. It's one of the few activities that has made its way through all the games. There we go. You see, we almost ran out of time. We made 1 million. Gold tier activity. Done. Woo! Each activity has a little screen like this. Climbing in towers and stuff like that, because they're just very simple, don't get a complete screen. Fraud, like Blazing does, where you stumble through while you go through the results screens, basically. And you see how much cash you've earned. I believe you get more if you do gold, if you get silver and then gold. Same for experience. And then once it's finished, you get a nice little finish, such as him falling over. Since this is the first fraud, we've unlocked harder fraud activities, and then the nice, beautiful loading screen. I'll get there. And very luckily, if you need to get gold and silver, you can see which ones you've done at each activity and on the map. So now we need to go and do Tank Mayhem, which counts as one of the vehicular mayhems, where you just go blow shit up in a tank. Unlike some other mayhems where you get to use either your weapons or superpowers that you'll get later, or one where you get to use a giant mech suit, because why not? Why wouldn't you want to use a mech suit to destroy a city? So, simple premise, cause mayhem in a tank. Now, this tank, if you press primary fire, fires standard tank cannon, blows things up, gets your money. If you press the secondary fire or the aim down sights button, the left trigger for me, fires a lovely laser, which can do just as much damage as the main cannon, but fires more frequently and doesn't need to charge. These targets here, you'll get extra money if you defeat them, so aim for them. In this particular Tank Mayhem, some of the targets are in that dome, a bit of an issue because you can't get into it, but for the most part, you shouldn't have that issue. Yes, you can do it first, but that is one of the side activities that happens in side quests, so I haven't done it yet. So yeah, Tank Mayhem. You can get other Mayhems, you can get Standard Mayhem, as I say, which is like rocket launchers or using guns in the game that you can hold. You can get ones where you use superpowers, other ones where you use vehicles, so you can get Tank Mayhem. You get one where you fly around in a UFO and do it, because, you know, aliens, why wouldn't you have a UFO do it? And again, the mech suit one. It's a vehicular Mayhem because the mech suit is a vehicle. And it is fun as fuck, let me tell you what. But for the most part, just do a lot of killing, a lot of blowing up, and you'll get bronze very easily. Silver and gold, well, it depends on your route you take and if you've done what targets you hit, whether or not. For example, I may not even get silver in this instance. It's not going to bother me. I'm not aiming to get gold and silver in each ones. But for Mayhems, as long as you keep a combo going, that timer will not hit 0. As you can see there, combo hit 0, timed out. That last second passed. We hit the Tank Mayhem complete screen. Didn't quite make silver, not bothered. See there, we only get 2,000 cash instead of the 5,000 we got from insurance fraud. Still leveled at level 5. So that's all the gold and silver do. Is you complete challenges, using them, you get some extra money. So they're not required in the overall completion, but it's useful too.
I'm probably gonna be late.
What was that Raycaster doing? Mounting the curb. That's a blade, I believe. Yep.
I can't find my station.
So you see that? Is that side quest done? The complete quests. There it is. Explore the tower simulated 4. This tank's for you. Very simple, just sort of introductory to some of the side quests you get. You can see we'll get a bit more money from the hourly income because we've completed 3 activities now. The tower counts as a target, plus you've got store hacking and cash, which we have not done yet. Store hacking's not available quite yet. The cash upgrades, well, once you hit a certain level, they become so. Yeah, it's this upgrade here, cash transfer rate. You get an extra 500 from doing it. If you buy that one, you can get 2 after that. One adds an extra 1,000. The one after that, an extra 1,500. For a grand total of 3,000 extra cash each hour. It's that simple. But outside of that, you just get your standard upgrades. Each level tends to unlock something like dual wielding, higher strength, more ammo, or more sprint. You can see we've now unlocked the semi-auto shotgun as well from doing that side quest. So side quests tend to give you rewards, while the story quests just progress the story. Sometimes you can get stuff from them, but for the most part you don't. But that will do it for this episode of Saints Row 4. In the next episode we'll be continuing the story, learning the rules, learning to damage the alien presence, which is taking out one of the hotspots, which are those giant red domes we passed while flying around in a tank. That's where those lasers point to. There's one there. You can see one just there. That's one there. So we will be doing that. And possibly some more, depending on what quests get unlocked. I will see you guys in the next part. Bye bye.